Hello, welcome everybody. Happy Sunday. Oh boy, warm over here. You know what? That's just it. It's not as warm as it's been, but I feel like this room defies the laws of physics. Like, it'll be midsummer, 50 degrees in here when I wake up. And then by the end of the day, I'm dripping sweat. And it's like, I think it got to 80 something out, which isn't cool by any means, but it definitely got hotter over the summer. And it didn't feel as bad as it has this week. So I don't know what the deal is with this weather, but it is not a fan of me. And I am not a fan of it. You know what else I'm not a fan of? My streaming PC. Today, but after stream last night and today, did more troubleshooting, did more process of elimination, trying to find issues and things that it could be. I don't think it's, obviously it's not the CPU, unless it's just a bad CPU. Like, it's not heat. I know that much. If it's a bad CPU, it's a bad CPU, and well, shit, that's more doubloons coming out of my pocket. But I did like a memory test. My RAM seems to be okay. I reseated a bunch of stuff today, re-plugged in stuff today. And then I had to go spend doubloons at the only computer store in the city, Best Buy, because it's a fucking technological wasteland here. No CompUSA, no Micro Center, no fucking Circuit City. I don't think there's Circuit Cities anywhere. Fucking Best Buy. Jesus. Can it get any worse? But I got a new power supply. Because, one, the error reports kept coming back with kernel power as like the error message. 41 just means, like, it was kernel power 41, and the 41 means it's restarting without a proper shutdown, right? Which you and I know that, but we couldn't figure out why. But, I thought about it some, after doing some goggling and thinking, kinda is reminiscent of like a browning out of your power, right? Like, you're not losing power completely, but like there's this, what's the opposite of a surge? Because a surge means a lot. So like a dip in the power that you would get at your house. Your lights dim a bit, thinking it's gonna turn the power off, but then it comes back. Kind of what was happening with the PC. To be fair, the dip was killing the computer in general, like full restart mode. But I used to have power issues in my old streaming PC, my old gaming PC. Or not power, overheating issues. And whenever it would overheat, it would just shut off. It wouldn't come back, it would shut off and be done, saying like, yo, chill the fuck out, I need to cool down. So, got a new power supply. They don't sell power supplies as weak as the one that I had. So I got a beefier power supply. But more than that, it's better rated. Like, his power supplies come in like bronze, silver, gold. Very well could have been the power supply, because the old one was a bronze power supply. This one is gold. So we're running the stream. Just gonna kind of vibe, chill out, keep it going, see what happens, you know? Could it be the heat from my computer? I thought about that before, and obviously, yeah, the room heats up a bit because of that. But it was hot in here when none of the PCs were running. And it, again, much going back to the summer, it was outside hotter in the summer than it has been this week, or this last week. So I don't know. I don't know what the cause of this sudden heat wave in my room is, but it's been sucking. I feel like I'm dripping sweat. Ooh. Oh, I don't know if I like that. Oh, I don't like that. Cheap whiskey and Dr. Pepper. It ain't it. It ain't it. Abdi, welcome in, my friend. How was Demon Slayer? Or have you not seen it yet? No, you were talking about getting tickets to see it. You did see it. Nice. It was good? Very nice. Yeah, like I mentioned in the Discord, I have never in my life seen Demon Slayer. So, like, obviously I watched some shonen stuff. Dan to Dan could easily be considered shonen. Chainsaw Man, Jujutsu Kaisen. But something about Demon Hunter, and I've heard the animation's really good just in the show. Obviously the movie is gonna have a higher caliber of animation. And I've heard the animation's really good in the show. Just something about it, you know? It's, to me, and now I'm not comparing these shows in terms of quality, okay? But, like, I look at something like Demon Slayer, and to me, because it's got, like, a young main character finding his way in the world, yada yada, sort of like Naruto, which is another one that I never got into. I watched, like, the first 2 episodes back in the day, and I did not like it. I was not a fan, so I never continued to watch it. Like, it seems like that level, from the outside looking in, it seems like it's that level of shonen versus something, I don't even want to say, because I know Naruto gets serious, like more serious later on it gets, right? Because the author understands, hey, my fan base is getting older as the show is going on. I need to evolve to match them. But, like I said, Chainsaw Man movie is coming. It's coming. It's already out in Japan. Came out in Japan Friday. And the Chainsaw Man one releases to the West October 26th or 24th. Late October. And that pisses me off. Gotta wait another month to get it. I'm not worried per se, but the director of season 1 of Chainsaw Man is no longer with them. He's no longer working on Chainsaw Man. I think he started his own production company. And their director, I'm pretty sure, like, there's a lot of people that liked the comic and hated the anime because there was kind of a tonal shift. Like, the anime definitely went, while it has comedic moments, for sure it has comedy, it definitely went darker. Like, they tried to lean on the seriousness of the story in the anime a little bit more, from my understanding. And I think that's because of the director. So I'm not worried, because again, there's people that love the anime, and I'm sure the source material is fantastic, otherwise the anime itself wouldn't have been good. But I'm worried there's going to be like whiplash effect if they emulate, if they move away from the tone that has already been set in the movie or in the show, if that makes sense. As long as it turns like... Those are fighting words, Abdi. As long as it turns out like One Punch Man? I hope you mean as long as it doesn't turn out like One Punch Man Season 2. Them's fighting words. And I think there are issues. Obviously, there's issues with One Punch Man Season 2. The biggest issue with One Punch Man Season 2 isn't the animation, which is a problem. Isn't the writing, which is a problem. Like, there are legitimate problems with the show, but the biggest problem with Season 2 is that Season 2 was a setup. When did Season 2 come out? How many years has it fucking been since this shit was set up? 2019. It's been 6 years. You're not setting up shit at that point. Season 1 was top tier? No, Season 1 was great. Sure, and Season 2 absolutely has its moments. It's got cool shit. But like you said, it's a drop in quality. But even in, again, I don't read manga, so this is just me, what's the word? Osmosising the internet's opinions and filtering them into digestible bites, which internet's opinions in the first place are. Continuing on, is that Season 2 was always, like, the story that was told in Season 2 was always a setup. And that's fine if you want to have a setup. You just have to pay the setup off. Like I said, it's been 6 years already. I don't even think it's coming out this year. So that's 7 years between seasons? Jesus. When is Season 3 scheduled? Oh, it is supposed to come out this year. Actually, shit. I'm shocked. Season 3 is supposed to premiere October 5th. Who'd have thought? It actually exists. Who'd have thought? Who'd have thought it's actually real? You'd have to sail the high seas to watch it. I need to have a discussion with a friend of mine because I have Crunchyroll, but it's not my Crunchyroll. And it sounds like this friend wants to cancel the membership, so I would have to take over. And I don't know if I'm about that life. Fuck Crunchyroll. I mean, fuck all streaming services. Let's be honest. I don't think Crunchyroll has a monopoly on being shitty in the streaming space. Alright, with all of that anime discussion of the way, by the way, Dandadan Season 2 is over. And I'm so sad it's over because I need more. Dandadan has cemented itself quickly as one of my favorites of the past few years. So good. I've been watching, the past few weeks, I've been watching Dandadan, Dr. Stone, I can't think of it. And Kaiju number 8. And Kaiju number 8's really surprised me in how it's set itself apart. Because it seems sort of like a, I don't know, like a poor man's Attack on Titan sort of at first. But it definitely sets itself apart as a separate entity. And I think it does a good job in that. And actually the seriousness of the story, because it's pretty silly early on. And like how they've gone about telling the seriousness of their story, I really enjoy. I've got a couple more on my list to watch. I just started watching yesterday one called Mashal, which was recommended to me by a friend. Recommended it actually probably years ago at this point, and I'd forgotten the name of it. But it's sort of a parody on like Hogwarts sort of thing. Like this dude has to enroll in a magic school in this world where everybody has magic, and he is like the only person who doesn't. So like he trains his muscles every day, and he has to like brute force his way through like magic school. Zach, welcome in, buddy. The opening for that's by Creepy Nuts. Yeah, season 2. I'm not on season 2 yet. And I'll be honest, looking at the main character for Mashal, I always confused it with Mob Psycho, which is why I couldn't find this one. Because you see shit from Mob Psycho everywhere, and at least I couldn't see shit from Mashal everywhere. Harry Potter meets One Punch. Yeah, that's actually a great way to put it. Zach, how's it going, my man? How has Final Fantasy X been? How far did you get today? Also, I'm surprised it's your first time playing FF10. Everybody in the world. I fucked that up. Do not check out Doomsday. I can't type. Instead, follow Doomsday Zach. Because he's dope. He's a homie. He plays a bunch of stuff that I like watching. And thus far, in the games he's played and the games I've watched him play, there hasn't been a miss yet. Despite his best efforts on hating things that I love. What was it? There was something you were playing fairly recently that you were just raging on. But I can't remember what it was. Another Crab's Treasure? No, it was before Crab's Treasure. Was it Outer Wilds? You were raging on something recently. And it was hurting my soul. No, Tunic. I think it might have been Tunic. You were raging on Tunic. You ended up loving it. It's such a good game. The fights though, see, that's just it. Like the librarian. I don't know if you had a bad time with the librarian. I remember watching you have a bad time with the spider thing, the spider bot, or whatever you want to call it. The librarian, I think, might have been my biggest rage fight. The librarian or the what's her face, like the lady. I think were my two biggest rage fights. But yeah, it's just like Spider Boss was just like oof. Yeah, it's just now. I don't remember when you find out. When you were fighting the spider boss, and I didn't want to ask, because it would have been a spoiler just to ask. When you were fighting the spider, did you know that you could sprint yet? Because sprinting makes the fight a lot easier, because you can get to where you want to get a lot faster. Because again, like, that's one of those games where knowledge is the thing you're unlocking. You're not sure if you knew about sprinting at all. Yeah, like if you hold the dodge roll button, you sprint. Yeah, big game changer, huh? Yeah, all those issues you were having, like, and I wanted to ask, but I couldn't ask because, again, you didn't have the page in the manual yet. It was just like a, hey, have you tried sprinting at it instead of walking slowly? Probably would have helped with the fight to know that. But deserves all the praise. I'm glad that you enjoyed it. Did you end up looking up, like, the ARG stuff? Like the post-game secret stuff that game has that doesn't affect the game itself? I think you've already answered this for me. I think you did. Like the webs. No, you didn't. Okay. To be honest, you rage most games you rage at end up being top tier. You just get lippy when you're in it. Fair. I'm probably the same exact way. I'm just not self-aware enough to realize it. All right, let me see. Tunic ARG. By the way, everybody, check out Ronald Jinkies. Amazing musician. He's supposed to be coming out with a new album, but I'm pretty sure he said that 2 years ago. One of my faves. All right, so it has to do with the Glyph Tower. Oh shit, this is Fury Forged. I like Fury Forged. Okay, we'll look at this video real quick. Everybody, if you're here for Roottrees, you're gonna have to wait. So, this is Fury Forged.
Each of the major
Fury Forged is fucking sick. Oh, god damn it. Hold on. Shut up, Roottrees.
In Tunic, from the freeing of the fairies to the golden path, and finally to the 12 secret
this game is so good.
Has led to this moment. Standing before a glowing portal, the entrance to a much deeper secret. The Glyph Tower guarding Tunic's Arg.
By the way, Zach, have you played Fez? It's about as rage-inducing in terms of puzzle solving as Tunic, and I highly recommend it.
Our first clue hides with the fairies. After freeing at least 10 of them, we can obtain page 54 of the in-game instruction manual, which contains 3 layers of clues. First, a representation of the Glyph Tower itself.
Yeah, Fez is another one of those hyper puzzle focused games, sort of like Outer Wilds, sort of like this Tunic here. It's a game where, yeah, I think I think you may or I don't actually think you do find upgrades in that game. All you find are new pieces of information that unlock previous things. Sort of like in Tunic when you realized you could pray.
With page numbers in each of the 12 circles. Then, a key, which, along with
The Baba Is You is on my to-do list, but every time it's on sale, I still don't buy it. I've got too many other games, including puzzle games, to get through. I'll get to it eventually, and I won't finish it.
Page 21 may be used to translate the game's runic language, which is fun if you're into that kind of mental gymnastics and isn't.
By the way, if you've not decoded the language in this game, in Tunic, there are puzzles in Fez you will not be able to do because same deal. It has its own language that you have to figure out. And there are things you'll be able to figure out without knowing the language, but there are things you definitely will not be able to figure out unless you can read in Fezish. And that's okay, because I never finished all that extra shit.
Difficult with a little bit
Still
of
a good
time
game.
investment. The language is essentially English, but composed of phonemes instead of letters. This handy translation guide by Apostio and Arrow can help you.
Yeah, look at this. Dotted lines are filled in to form each letter. Right side is reserved for potential adjacent runes. A circle can be added below the bottom to indicate that the vowel sound comes before the consonant. These edges form a vowel by combining the lines uniquely. Like, Boss Baby? Wait, what? Where's Boss Baby? I don't see the B. Oh. Boss Baby.
Translate all of the writing in the entire game.
It's so crazy.
Which brings us to the third clue on page 54, which, if you're able to translate, gives a set of instructions. Those instructions being: find some rare golden statues. Traverse the glow to visit 12 strange beings. Unsing to them the greatest song, the song of the golden path as seen from within.
Yeah, fuck that shit.
Find some of the secret treasures. The portal appears after finding at least 6, and then traverse that portal to find what is called by the community the Glyph Tower, where
Oh, you think it's bad now?
there is obviously something going on. Pressing any of the D-pad directions results in a series of changing glyphs appearing in a ring around the top of the tower. So, what does unsing to them the golden path as seen from within mean? Well, you take the golden path and mirror it to make it as seen from within, and then unsing it. So start at the end at 55 and work your way to the beginning past 12.
So, in reverse and backwards.
Doing so gives us the correct series of D-pad inputs to eventually output a secret message. It's a very long sequence of inputs, so I'm not going to read it out, but it's in the input sequence box in the middle
Totally
of the
logical.
screen, which is actually from a website that I'll link down below in the description if you want to mess around with that. Anyway, after eventually entering the entire correct sequence, we end up with:
Do you fear the Zybata for Shoreko?
Or, do you fear the eyes of the far shore.co, a website. Visiting
Dude,
it presents us with
This site's so cool. Hold on.
interesting
Fuck this guy. Hold on.
audio-visual.
We're going to the site. Do you fear the eyes of the farshore.co? I will say, if I didn't fear them before, I do now.
Experience, with both strong lore implications as well as an ever deeper rabbit hole of game content. Full screening the site ominously zooms into the eyes of this disquiet being, an apparent antagonistic force in the deep lore of Tunic, which we see glimpses of throughout the game. Moreover, pressing F12 to view the source code of the site reveals that both the audio and video files may be freely downloaded. And may I just say that I actually absolutely love this audio track. I listened to it pretty much on repeat while working on this entire video.
Insane audio.
But I digress. After downloading it, checking the metadata of the audio file reveals not only this nice little message right here, but if the audio is explored with a spectrograph, specifically in the frequency range between 10 Hz and 500 Hz, well, the plot thickens. They actually hid Trunic glyphs in the audio, which, when translated, read, "We are the eyes of the far shore." Spooky.
Logical, right? Anybody would obviously know to do all this, right?
This led to the discovery of other spectrogram secrets hidden directly in the game's audio that plays in various places, including several glyphs appearing when taking certain actions inside the hidden shop rooms around the world, such as when the player highlights the OK selection or the No selection. This is honestly just the tip of the iceberg, and there are probably more of these yet to be found. However, more important than these, perhaps, is there is an entire second language hidden in the game.
Tunic's so
I'm
good.
sure this sounds familiar to those of you who rescued all the fairies. I know that when I heard this, I thought to myself, this must mean something. Well, later, members of the community, including Opposdio, realized there were sequences of notes in the audio that perfectly matched each of the 8 glyph characters of this message. And this is how they discovered that aforementioned second language. As opposed to the glyphical language of Trunic, this language, dubbed Tunic, that's T-U-N-E-I-C, is an auditory language composed of musical notes with no written form. A language of pure audio. Yeah. Moreover, this language is actually spoken in the game by the fairies. When freeing one from a chest, one of the following 8 messages will be spoken at random. See you at the fall, aka the fairy sanctuary behind the northern waterfall. Woohoo! Wow! Haha! You found me, yay. What up, little fox?
Didn't have the context for playing.
Where my
It's
friends
definitely better to know about all the other
Rune
stuff
Seeker, which is what the player character
before getting into all this.
Thank you, friend.
And now that
finally,
you have the context for all the other stuff, you can see how all the audio stuff connects.
And then there is a special long message spoken by fairy number 5, the one freed inside the fairy sanctuary itself. Oh, hey there, what a journey to over here. Ha! Nah, I'm joking around. Really glad to be out of that cold, tiny chest and moving into this cold, damp cave. What an upgrade. Haha, I'm kidding. But seriously, if you see Andrew out there, tell him to stop putting me in that box. I'm kidding, no, really. You're a good kid. Good luck with the heir, or should I say, as the heir. Whoa, spoilers, look out. But no, I mean it. Forge your own path, golden or otherwise. Either way, I'm back in the box, right? Which drops an absolute...
Such a long message. Another Pony Island rabbit hole? Yes. But also, to be fair, I don't think the devs of Tunic have come out with another game since yet. Right? Who was the Tunic dev? Finji. Oh, developer. It's not Finji. The developer is Andrew Sholdis. And to my knowledge, this is the only game he has made. He has mentioned a few times he has no strong motivation to make another game. But That's not off the table. Interesting. So he doesn't have a plan to make another game, but he might one day.
Bombshell of lore. Andrew is the creator of the game. The final boss of the game is the heir, and you are the heir. The game is all about being stuck, potentially, in a time loop. So, the fairy speaks true. It'll probably...
That doesn't sound right to me, because I'm pretty sure after you free this person and they're hanging out with you in the credits, pretty sure this one is definitely more feminine than your character looks during the credit sequence. I think this specific segment, Fury has it wrong here. But, you know.
And you are the heir. The game is all about being stuck, potentially, in a time loop.
Disagree?
So, the fairy speaks true. It'll probably just end up back in the box, right? Anyway, there are...
I would consider that more meta, because if you start a new file, he's just back in the box. Like, his goal is to be in the box. His entire existence is to be in the box and then released from the box and then be back in the box again.
Instances of this tunic language in the game, including the seeking spell saying... Nope, no folds of local truth here if there's no fairy nearby, or... This way, fox friend, this way, if there is a fairy nearby. And when you open one of the secret treasure chests, that little jingle is saying, holy... I've linked some useful pages and documents in the video description if you want to delve deeper into this yourself, because, like I've said, there is doubtless more to be found. Not all of the secrets have been discovered in this extremely deep game. I've already covered some of these, and I'm going to be covering even more, so if you're new to the channel, welcome. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you want to see more of these in your sub feed. And also, make sure you let me know down below in the comments if you have any specific requests, please. I'll probably be making a video going into these languages in much more depth, including a possible third language in the game, a language of color, which is absolutely insane, but also completely interesting. Anyway, have a great day, and I'll see you next.
But yeah. There's all that. There's a... So you remember when you found... I think it was Golden Path number 9, like the second save file? That second save file has another secret within it as well.
As I mentioned
Sure,
in the
Vid.
video about the Golden Path in Tunic, this special save file, created for figuring out the puzzle on page 9 of the
Dude,
manual,
it's
hides
so
an even
good.
bigger secret. But before we get ahead of ourselves, let's outline the method for uncovering this save file. Pages 8 and 9 of the manual can be found here during the initial nighttime segment of the game. Once obtained, all we have to do to unlock the dev save is to go to the load game screen and cancel to go back to the main menu, and then back into the load game screen.
By the way, I was so surprised that you did that completely by accident, because you yourself admitted you had no reason to do it, but you did it anyways. Because for some reason, instead of clicking continue, you did go back into load save, and I'm like, yes. And you were so confused with this file coming out of nowhere.
Now the dev file will appear with nearly 1,000 hours played and a large amount of gold. We're just going to go ahead and load that up. In this unique location is the solution to part of the Golden Path puzzle, but that's not why we're here. Instead, input the code.
And you got
for the
most of the
file.
Golden Path yourself,
Left, up,
right?
right, down,
If not
right,
all of
up,
it.
Right, down, right, up, right, down, left. Now,
The
that file.
Golden Path by itself isn't hard to figure out, I think. I think it's all about figuring out how to get enough pages to get the golden path. The individual pages are a little bit more tricky. Hey, Lucky, welcome in. We are going over some of the deep tunic lore, the deep tunic puzzles real quick before I hop into Roottrees. I am testing some new PC hardware to make sure my computer doesn't die. And I hope you're having a great Sunday.
Bomb. And set yourself on fire with it, making sure not to roll. Doing so will extinguish the fire and make accessing this secret impossible on this save. So just sit here in one place and wait for the inevitability of death. It takes a little while with this much HP, but just be patient.
I corrected a single directional input on direction on your inputs. And you did have prior knowledge. Yeah, because there was like, I remember there was like one thing you were, like one really major thing you were getting stuck on. And I think I tried to tell you without telling you. But maybe I told you outright. But I think I might have helped give you the nudge to not get stuck there. Which, hey, good enough, right? You got to go behind that crazy big door and get the cover.
And now we awaken to an unfamiliar sight. Welcome to the dev
world.
We're not yet sure if this is just a sort of Easter egg, or if it contains deeper secrets of its own, or if it provides hints to other undiscovered secrets. What we do know is that despite it being a seemingly unfinished version of the game, it contains some very interesting things not seen anywhere else. So now, I'm just going to give us a short tour of these interesting things, beginning from our little house here, where we can rest to pass the day. From here, we're going to head up this ramp to the northwest as we make our way to, bar none, the most interesting thing contained in this entire hidden world. At the top of the staircase, in front of a small pool, we have the Triumvirate mural, which reads above, Explorer, below, Triumvirate, and in the central hexagons, clockwise from top, Reason, Grace, and Power. A triumvirate is a group of three people holding power, which dates back to ancient Rome with Julius Caesar.
Discount Triforce.
So this mural could be telling us to explore and encounter the triumvirate of Siege Engine, Librarian, and Boss Scavenger guarding the three keys. Or the triumvirate might be the keys themselves.
No, okay, hold on.
Or
Shush.
Librarian, and...
Okay.
Could be telling us to explore and encounter the triumvirate of Siege Engine.
That's the robot spider.
Librarian and Boss Scavenger.
I don't remember Boss Scavenger just off the top of my head because I didn't get to see you fight him, so I don't remember that one. But I remember Librarian vividly because I found Librarian way earlier than I should have on my playthrough and was getting my ass handed right back to me.
Might be the keys themselves, since it's they that hold the power to imprison the heir. Anyway, leaving here, we're gonna head back down south and then to the right, which will take us past some familiar enemies and then face to face with the first of the unused creatures. This wolf has no AI
Probably
and
raged.
is not seen anywhere else in the game, but is otherwise not very
What?
interesting.
You don't
What is
rage?
more interesting is this giant slime up here, which behaves very oddly
The
when
fuck?
touched. Past here to the south and down a series of slopes, we soon come to another unused enemy. This one having full AI and collision, which I'm going to promptly run away from in order to find yet another more interesting feature. The unfinished bridge, as it's called by the community. In the lore, the world of Tunic actually exists inside a video game, and some of the NPCs, including the librarian boss, have learned this. This bridge might be a little cheeky reference to that. To the west are some ruins high above the water which lead down to this podium which used to hold a blank manual page that, when obtained, would give the player page -1 of the manual. This was later removed, and some say it was for stability reasons, but it's still mostly a mystery. Starting from the
What is
house
page
again,
negative
it's a short
1?
walk down and over to a sword laying on the ground, but there doesn't seem to be anything different or unique about this sword. There are some bits or coin pickups, as well as some curious dead ends, as well as an unused knight enemy in the far north. But it's this gelatinous cube to the south which holds the most interest to those of us who like to explore. If carefully pushed to the top of this staircase, its physics misbehave and allow us to get out of bounds. However, I spent an hour or so running around the entire island, even falling off the ends of the world.
It doesn't sound like
In an attempt to break things
page negative
even
1
further to
was an
discover
actual
anything else that
page
might be hidden, and I wasn't able to
that you
find
could see,
anything.
though.
But if you try this and discover anything new, please let us know down below in the comments. Keep in mind that if you get too close to certain level geometry, the collision will push you back up onto solid ground. Before I let you go, here's the full map of the dev world, complete with all points of interest. Again, if you explore
Yeah,
this and
nothing
find
crazy,
anything
but
new, please do let us know down below. Like I said, we don't know
super
if this
cool,
place
huh?
is hiding any secrets, or even if we were meant to discover it, but if the rest of the game is any indication, the answer to both of those is yes. Anyway, thank you for watching until the end. Have a great day, and happy hunting.
Now, that being said, there's a large part of me that wants to buy the Tunic book from Fangamer. Because it comes with this cool looking, like, stone looking cover, right? It's got all this. We talked about this a bit in your stream. My biggest dislike, though, I mean, yeah, it looks cool. And the quality looks fine. But it doesn't have, like, all the handwritten notes that are in the version that you find in game. And I wish it did. God, how cool would it be to actually get this? It's not like it's expensive. It's... what? It's 30 euros? 30 euros to USD dollars.
Hello, motherfucker.
35 bucks.
Nut.
There it is. Hey, Epic! Welcome in, buddy. Are you nutting? Don't nut on the book. Do not nut on the Tunic book. It's actually unfortunate. You roll those dice somewhere else, my friend. Welcome in, Epic. How you doing? But yeah, no, dude. Tunic? I don't know what it is. It's like these puzzle games that I'm not necessarily particularly good at, I end up fucking loving. Despite not being able to solve everything myself, right? I do think I solved Outer Wilds. I know I had to look up one thing, but I'm pretty sure I solved Outer Wilds completely by myself outside of the one, admittedly, very major thing I had to look up. And, like, Outer Wilds is top 5 for me. Did I play the DLC? I did. Dude. It threw me off for a while. You had to get some nudges on Outer Wilds. DLC, you had a ton of help. Dude, yeah, the DLC, yeah. The story of the DLC. I love the story of the game, too, because you find a story thread. By the way, I'm not jumping into spoilers because I have been desperately trying to get Epic to play this game, and he has just arrived in chat. Like, there's a point in the game where you're like, holy shit, these motherfuckers. And then you go investigate the shit, and it's just like, wait, these guys aren't motherfuckers. Oh, it's so good. I love Outer Wilds and the DLC so much. Shit, hold on. Can I can't. I'm gonna exit. You're gonna see. Outer Wilds. Bing, bang, boom. I fucking love this game. My background has been Outer Wilds for years, and it's never going to not be Outer Wilds. Is that what this is from? It is. Shut up, Roottrees. I'm still talking here. I thought you really like camping. My second screen monitor is also Outer Wilds, but it's a little bit more spoilery, which is why it's my second screen monitor background. But yours are both BG3. I want to get to Baldur's Gate 3. I do. But especially with the state of my streaming PC, which everybody take this moment to pray to the PC gods that I have solved the issue. Techno gods, please honor me. Please grant me the power from the doubloons I have offered you to be done with this bullshit. Hold on. Had a little bug to kill. He was probably just trying to get down to Hollow Nest. Oh, what am I missing? Yeah, don't push it. Well, that's just it. It's the thing is, it was something like Baldur's Gate 3. It requires me to be able to choose when I end stream. Well, as of yesterday, my stream was not allowing me to pick my own streaming schedule. Accept our sacrifice for the PC gods. But yeah, no, dude. If I could get this, like, and it's not like it's expensive. Again, $35 for the book and shipping. It's whack that it doesn't have the things inside. But that's okay. That's okay. It's still a beautiful game and I love it. Have I played Tunic? Oh, dude, I love Tunic. Like, Tunic, and don't look at the side of the screen, Epic. There might be spoilers there. Tunic, like, that's what I was talking about. Like, things like Tunic, Outer Wilds, Animal Well. These games that are not just puzzle games, but the entire game is a puzzle. I love them. I've got... What's the one where you play the little white dude? Rain World. I have Rain World not installed, but I have it in my library. And I have it on my to-do list. You need to get around to Animal Well? Abdi. Do it. But it has so many layers. Like, I just played Animal Well a couple months ago, like a few months ago. Animal Well has so many fucking layers. And it's one of those things where even if I can't solve it myself, I love the layers, and I love to see the solving of the layers, which, why, please, Daniel Mullins, release Pony Island 2 soon. I need to play Pony Island 2 on release so that I can be a part of the puzzle solving team. I won't be able to contribute. It's fucking empty in there, but I'll get to watch people solving the puzzles instead of catching it after it's all been solved. You know? Like, God, dude, Pony Island, I am so excited because I am in to that style of game. I fucking love that style of game, even though I'm as dumb as they come. And I hate that I love them because I'm dumb. Speaking of, like, here, look at these tags. Blueprints. That's another one I've been seeing a lot of people talk about. I remember it came out, and I hadn't heard of it, but after it came out, like, all the streamers were playing it. I don't know if I have it or if it's on my wish list, but Blueprints is one that I wanna get to. Pony Island, oh, epic. I guarantee you're not gonna like Pony Island 2 based on what the trailers have shown, which is unfortunate. Blueprints is a savvy game. I can feel that it's a savvy game. Hold the fucking phone. I know that name. Oh my goodness, I just got a gift sub from a guy that I know. That's cool. Dope. I expect a lot of notes. I need to get better about taking notes. Like, if you've watched my playthrough of Roottrees, which you'll see more of it later. Hold on, let me put music back on. Never mind. Why aren't you working? While we're just vibing, I want to put music back on. There it is. I forgot I moved stuff around. Music's up in the top corner. I'm dumb. Like, I've gotten rid of my base game notes for... What's this game? Roottrees. But I've got 2 little notepad pages. A couple notes on the back of this one. Got a little notepad here. Like, I'm prepared to take notes. I just don't. I trust my brain. And by no means should I be trusting this thing. I mean, you guys have seen it. It doesn't work. Blueprints will teach you to make notes. Well, hopefully. You have a lot of notes for Expedition 33, and that isn't a puzzle game. I did have to make, like, checklists. Not like full-on notes, but I did have to make checklists on things to go back to for Expedition 33, which I fucking love. And so I was kind of dumb and didn't go back to immediately watch the other ending. So, like, my backup saves don't go far enough back. Luckily, I was watching a stream and they did play both endings, so I got to see the other one. And seeing the other one makes me significantly more confident in the ending that I did pick. No spoilers. I don't know who here still needs to / wants to play it. Zach, you gonna play Expedition 33 or have you already? Totally worth it. Totally worth it. If it doesn't win Game of the Year,
For legal purposes, this is a joke.
I'm going to burn down the Game Awards. Like, there's nothing else that can compare. It's like, you get it. You fucking get it. When did Baldur's Gate 3, I probably spelled that wrong, release date? August. So late-ish in the year, but everybody knew August 3rd. Everybody knew August 3rd. Nothing else deserved to win. Everybody knew August 3rd that nothing in the second half of the year was going to be able to defeat Baldur's Gate 3. Expedition 33 is that level for this year. That's weird. It's showing up on stream, but I don't see it in chat. Whatever, I knew what you were doing. But yeah, like, Expedition 33 is one of those games where everybody knew nothing else was gonna beat it. Will Silk Song win Best Indie Game of the Year? Yeah, duh, probably, sure. Blueprints, I will say, will probably give it some competition. Just because they're different genres and it's different kinds of people, you know, going head to head there. But as far as Game of the Year, if it's not Expedition 33, the internet will riot. And I think, despite Jeff Keighley's best efforts, he understands that. Because what's Ubisoft put out this year? Assassin's Creed Shadows? Oh man, what a game changer! Was that last year? I don't even fucking know anymore. Ubisoft's never gonna get it again. They need to change, fundamentally, foundationally, to ever have the chance to win Game of the Year ever again. But yeah, I've ranted about anime. I've ranted about some video games. By the way, I've been playing some D&D lately, guys. I don't know if I've mentioned it all to you. I probably have. I've finally gotten the chance to get into some D&D. And I have become obsessed with making characters that I'm probably never going to use. Isn't that great? That sounds like a D&D guy. Nerd! No! No, it can't be! I'm not a nerd! I'm not a nerd! I am definitely a Chad. My favorite sports team is the Ballers. Fuck! No, I've been playing. I just had my 3rd week of D&D. I've not been like in any major campaign or anything, or not started any campaigns. I played 3. Well, actually, technically, I've played 3 one-shots. 2 have kind of been to be continued. Now, the second one, I effectively ran away from the bullshit at the end of the second one. So I would have to make a new character for that one, which I already have, because they made it really easy to set up how other people could be involved in this thing. The second one actually didn't have any combat at all. It was all role play, which was fine. You know, I'm down with that for a bit. The third one, this last week, this most recent one, had one bout of combat. Yeah, it had one bout of combat, which we kind of backed out of because sort of like a oops, we misunderstand each other kind of combat thing. Well, that's just it. They were one shots, but they were also to be continueds. So there will be more that will definitely have combat. But yeah, week 2, I'm hit or miss on week 2, my second week. We'll see if the part 2 actually has decent combat. For the one I just played Wednesday, for having like a one little bout of accidental combat, the story for week 3 was the most recent one was really good. And the part 2 is going to start in combat. And I really hope we get to see part 2 of that really soon. I love it, but I understand, unlike people who get to be creative for a living, people like D20 or Critical Role or VLDL or blah or blah or blah, they don't have a week's worth, I don't want to say a week's worth of downtime, but a like excess downtime to work on D&D campaigns. Like in real life, people got fucking work, people got maybe kids, rent. Like people got shit going on in real life, in real people land, but they can't always have like a part 2 ready the week after. And I mean, that's also partially because I'm just going to like local game store. I've been playing, I will say, with the same group of people every week so far. It gets easier when you do it a lot. I can see that. But I've made a plethora of characters. You start practicing voices in the car. It's fine. Yeah, it's fine. I have currently, well, technically, so I have created 3, I'll say, real characters. It's fine, I'm fine. I created a generic John Dungeons, name TBD, as just like human fighter. If I can't come up with something specifically fitting a campaign, I'm just like, here's John Dungeon. He likes fighting stuff. He used to be a soldier for Intercity here. And now he's with you guys. I hate it. I hate it so much. But yeah, I've got like 3 characters I've made. And then prior to even playing D&D, I've got 2 ideas for characters. It's just figuring out how to put them into like D&D Beyond that's throwing me off. It's like figuring out what I want them to be. I mean, shit, back when I worked at the plant, I will say, dare I say, too much downtime to get in my own head about shit. What was last year's game of the year? I've just looked at my screen. Beep, 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 beep. Astrobot. Really? Like, look, I don't doubt it's a good game at all, by any stretch of the imagination. This shouldn't be on the list. Fuck you for putting this on the list. God, I hate you. I hate you, Jeff Keighley. Eat a dick, Jeff Keighley. Eat a bucket of Richards, Jeff Keighley. I think Shadow of the Erdtree was incredible. The category is Game of the Year, not Expansion of the Year, not DLC of the Year. Unique experience, freshly released, full package Game of the Year. FF7 Rebirth, I appreciate and respect your opinion. It's weird. So a lot of people say, hold on. A lot of people say,
remakes shouldn't be on the Game of the Year list.
and I agree, generally speaking. FF7 Rebirth does set itself extremely apart from the way Final Fantasy VII played, and from the story. I mean, I don't know about story. I can't talk about the story. I've only played Remake, not Rebirth yet. I'll get to it. I actually own it, and I'll get to it one day eventually. Have you seen my fucking backlog? It's insane, actually. So some people would argue FF7 shouldn't be on here. And while I understand where they're coming from, I disagree. Because it does set itself apart. Hold on. There we go. From the original. Though, Metaphor really on this list, I don't think Balat. I mean, what even came out in 2024? And there's a difference in, like, people were just straight up addicted to Balatro. And I get it. Ish. I have it on mobile because it's easy to touch stuff and like swipe it and do whatever. But I didn't. Maybe it's just because I'm not into like gambling and blackjack, but I didn't get addicted to it. I like it, and I'll still load it up once in a while. You're still addicted? Hey, good on you, Lucky. Good on ya. But I'm trying to see what even came out last year that deserves to be on the list. Did Helldivers come out last year? Holy shit. That wasn't on. Are you telling me? Hold the fuck. Everybody, Epic Milenko is trying to get banned. Mods? Well, another mod other than Epic. Please remove Epic from this chat. Gambling's kind of on brand for you. But yeah, like, fucking take Shadow of the Erdtree off this fucking list. Helldivers 2 deserves to be there. What won best multiplayer? Okay, at the very least, it won best multiplayer. Actually deserved. Whoops. Helldivers 2 was, and dare I say, still is, incredible to play. Animal Well should have been up there on the indie list. It is, but the gambling addiction won. And again, I get it. It's blackjack with modifiers, right? There's nothing special about it. And that's not to discredit Local Thunk, Playstack. I think it's a fun game. But again, it's just like everybody's got their own opinions. Everybody likes what they like. Everybody's into their own thing, right? And after playing Animal Well, I think it should have won. There's plenty of people that think UFO 50 should have won, and I get it. I do. For sure. But yeah, dude. This year, for sure, if it is not fucking Expedition running the list. Who published Expedition 33? Not. I mean, realistically, they're an indie publisher. Expedition 33 is very technically an indie game. Obviously, Silk Song's gonna come in here and win some shit. But in some universe out there, Expedition 33 can run the whole fucking list. Outside of esports, fuck esports. Can't win anticipated because it's already out. But like, there's a universe out there where Expedition 33 runs the list. Game of the year, best indie game, best fucking debut indie game. It won't win ongoing. Best role-playing easily? Well, yeah, because, based on this list, what is it? Rebirth and... Metaphor came out last year, for sure. Performance? Oh, dude. I don't know the actress name, because I not played Baldur's Gate 3 enough. But, Mael. Like, Mael can win it. And everybody's like, oh my god, Charlie Cox did a great fucking job. And he did. But, like, I think it's because he's like a big name, if not AAA actor, AA actor. Everybody's giving so much attention to him. They're not looking at it as much. The voice actor for Verso, Lune, fucking Andy Serkis, fucking Monoko. Everybody fucking nailed their roles in that story to such an insane degree. Like, I couldn't pick a best performer. I really couldn't, personally. Jennifer English, thank you. Date everything. Oh god. God damn it. Date everything is gonna win, isn't it? Like, you're joking, Lucky, but I really think it might win at the very least. It'll probably win. Where is it? Fucking the Date Everything fanatics are insane. It's probably gonna win Player's Voice. Like, Date Everything is going to win Player's Voice. But see, look at this. Look at this. I'll look up Jennifer English in just a second. It's allowed one win, but if it wins more than Claire, we burn to the ground. Like, look at this. Player's Voice. Look at the Player's Voice. I mean, obviously we got fucking 3. Shit, the only game on Player's Voice that deserves to be on Player's Voice is Black Myth. 3 are gotcha bullshit. 1 is a DLC. There's literally only 1 game last year for Player's Choice that should be on the list. And it's the one that won. Thankfully, players aren't so dumb to vote for Genshin Impact 3-4 fucking years in a row. You never played it because of the price, but you even know you would know it's brilliant game of the decade. And I saw an article or a YouTube video by like a dude who dives into like technical video game stuff. Like, he dives into like engines and performance and yada yada bullshit, blah blah blah. He's like, why does everybody say this game is gorgeous? Look at all the artifacting, look at all the blah, look at all the blah. It's like, because people prefer art direction over fidelity. That's why people say that it looks good. Stop willingly being ignorant about the topic, please. This is a new update to Roottrees. So while we're getting to it, we're in the ranting portion of the stream today. We're running down the clock. Running up the clock, I guess. Trying to see if my update fixes the PC. She only makes Game of the Years? Hold on.
Explain yourself.
Oh damn, she goes back. Video games as a child. Oh, enjoyed Soul Blade. I was about to say, if she was a VA for Soul Blade, then damn. Oh, she was Latenna. Okay, I know that character. Oh, she's not been in much, but yeah, like you said, she picks them. Tides of Annihilation looks pretty cool. Wait, is Gwendolyn the main character of Tides of Annihilation? Is she getting top spot in a fucking game? Yo, she's getting top spot. Deserved. And I mean, that's not to say that Mael wasn't top spot by any stretch, but she's the protagonist now. Huge. Big win. What is Have you not seen Tides of Annihilation? Hold the fuck on. They revealed this announced trailer back in February. Dude, it was like one of the PlayStation things. Well, no, that's the gameplay. Nah, fuck the gameplay trailer. What's the reveal trailer? Because that's the fancy one. State of play. So, February, yeah. It looks, to me, it looked kind of generic, but also at the same time kind of cool. But we'll see. I mean, generic.
No one knows how that world
Pause.
came to be.
Generic based on like the sheer amount of like third person. I don't know if this is necessarily a Souls-like, but third person difficult RPG, right? Third person difficult action RPG. It's like, okay, we've seen they're dime a dozen in 2025. But this one does stand out.
It devoured everything from the past.
Do they release games? They
Only
announce
I
games
was
at the Game Awards sometimes, yes. Frequently.
That was a fatal mistake.
And sometimes, yes, there'll be shadow drops. But shadow drops aren't that regular in 2020, in the 2020s, in current year. Like, we've had a couple that have been successful. The Oblivion remake, remaster, and then Hi-Fi Rush were both shadow drops that did well, but you don't see a lot of shadow drops these days.
It's the aura of the grail pieces. I can sense it. As long as it is reforged.
My wish can be fulfilled.
But wishes come at a price.
To pursue one's wishes is to court one's doom.
Looks so cool though.
Holy Grail. Blood. This is a feast only for the king.
Gwendolyn, this is your final warning.
Ooh, frame drop on the game.
My quarrel lies not with you, but I will take back everything that belongs to me. Even if the price is my soul.
Like, it looks sort of like I hate to use this phrase.
The table is dead. It exists no more.
Feels sort of like a Stellar Blade-like, which is Souls-like at its core, but with spectacle fighter, like Devil May Cry influence, right? That's what it feels like to me. And that's not to say it's going to be good or bad. That's just, at glance, it looks like it has cues from like the old school Devil May Cry style, but also like the modern third-person action game, which is much more akin to your Dark Souls, your Lords of the Fallen, your Elden Rings. Like, it looks like it's that somewhere in between. It looks pretty cool. Like, it's got a cool style, for sure. We'll see. Oh my god! Kepler did Cat Quest 3. Looks good. It does. It does look good. I've actually heard good things about Cat Quest 3. Wait, what? Neon Abyss? Oh, Neon Abyss. That's not the game I'm thinking. I know what Neon Abyss is. I'm surprised it has a sequel. Oh, Kepler did On Guard. I think that might be the only... I played Sifu and Clair Obscur, so I played a few games by them. What the fuck? Time to fuck up a foreign language. You guys ready? PVKK. Planet Envertade Gigung Kaken Nen No Nen Commandant. Nailed it. Don't at me. But yeah, no, like you said, Jennifer English has picked some good stuff here. One game doesn't even exist according to Wikipedia. Who was Leia in Original Sin? Not one of the main characters. Whoops. Just an NPC, okay. Not one of the main characters. Alright, that's fine. I'd played a little bit of Original Sin too. That's another one I need to get back to and play. And finish, rather. Alright, I think we've vibed around a lot. I think it's time to see if we can solve this mystery. I did lock some people in after my stream crashed last night. So I have the entirety of Miracles Infidelity Bloodline complete now. Which is great. I was able to use... because there was something that said Colleen Webb never legally changed her children's name, but they did use... but she just told them to use her name, more or less. So I was able to find Mary Webb as a travel agent. And through her, I was able to find Val Lincoln, and then his wife, her sister, and their child. So I finished that line up. Over here, I have finished the Garland Boys. And here's where I am. Ruby Sprat is fucking everything up. That bitch, the lawyer slash PR agent for the Roottrees, she shut down an article in Piketty magazine that would have given me pictures that I needed. And I don't know how to find stuff without those pages I'm missing. Because I still don't know what Christine Farrow looks like because of it. I've got 2 of Guy Hudson's affairs still undiscovered. At least one, I'm sure, is foreign. I know Susan Ford exists here, but I don't know how to find her pictures. So that's kind of where I am. Is I've got this entire tree, and I don't think I have any leads down this tree. The only lead I had was somebody asking, "Who's Beth?" Or sorry, "Who's Beth?" Because Elias's legitimate wife, Gwyneth, had a lisp, so she couldn't say Beth properly. So she would say Beth. And so somebody here, maybe Elias Jr., maybe Ernie Jr., was like, "Hey, who's Beth?" But it wasn't actually Beth he was asking about. He was asking about Bess. And there she is. I just don't have any information. I can't find any information about Bess. Like, I can find that she died in a hurricane, but I can't find like if she I mean, clearly she had a child, right? But I can't find any article or any story telling me that that child exists. Because it looks like here there's one, well, after that they had a child, but then whoever this person is, it looks like they had one legitimate child and then one adopted child. So after stream yesterday, my big roadblock was I was trying to find more shit about Ruby Spratt, the person in charge of Ruby Legal Enterprises. And there's a bit about her, but not enough. So Ruby Spratt was a child of the foster system in Portland, Oregon. And the earliest record I have of her is as a teenager, she helped create an art piece, a fountain, that existed to give more money to the Portland foster system. That's the earliest thing I have of her. After that, she went to college and pissed everybody off with her valedictorian speech. And then she did some law stuff. And that's her whole story. There's a part of me deep down in my soul that thinks she is somewhere down this line. But I don't know. Like, I feel that's why she got involved with the Roottrees, is that she herself was a root tree. I just don't know how to find her anywhere else. And that's where I'm at. I'm kind of stuck. I've been bouncing between a few different leads. Again, like, I have no idea how to find these two at this point. Like, if I look at my... very few notes. Let me compare this to Guy Hudson's secretaries. When was Guy Hudson overseas? This one? 1979. Jesus. He had he did have 4 secretaries at this point. Beatrice Watts, Corinne Schwartz, Lisa Lewis, Valerie Ewing. And I have no way to find any of them, to my knowledge. I'm just gonna do a fucking counting time search for those 4 real quick. Ooh, Karen Schwartz resides in Pennsylvania. So it appears she lives beyond the Butler County limits. After she was named a national tabloid, people have come to her place of work and accused her of being anonymous. The article explains that it's impossible for her to be anonymous because her only child's still in middle school. Unless her son's gestation period was approximately 10 years, it doesn't appear Corinne would have been involved. All right. Boom, we got a name to cross off. Nothing for Lisa Lewis. All right, she's the only one that showed up. Now, while I'm here, I don't feel like, okay, whatever. I feel like Catherine Garrett's on the list already, isn't she? No, why do I know the name Catherine Garrett then? What did I do to see her? I feel like I should already know that name. I doubt a secretary would be in Business Watch, but you never know. I think I've looked all these ladies up already. Weird. Yeah, I don't know what to, that's just it. I don't know what to fucking do. I feel like the next thing I need are these missing pages from Piketty. But I have no fucking idea how to get them. See, that's just photography and photographers. See, that's a lot of the Roottree Mania. It feels like a lot of these magazines are one-time use only. Ugh. Because I think in Piketty magazine that was recalled, there's gotta be a photo of Christine in there. 100%. But I don't have any photos at all. So there's something I'm missing and not searching. See, this says I'm still missing one thing, but I don't know what. Hold on. Do that real quick. Okay. I have no clue what I'm missing. Where to get started. I feel Ruby Spratt is the key that will crack this case. But I can't find anything new about her. Like, I've already looked up Ruby everywhere. So they hired her April this year, 1999. Ruby Legal is now in charge of many financial aspects, including any claim to the trust, organizing various. So here is my hypothesis of what's going on that I have no proof for. Is that 5Ps came forward, fucking Felix Fellows came forward and then had proof that he was a Roottree. This spurred something in Ruby because she knew somehow that she also was a Roottree. So she wanted to help out and get some money for herself by helping them. Even if it couldn't be proved that she was part of the family, she wanted to get their money. It just so happened she was a good lawyer, right? So she offered her legal services. She was able to get some Roottree money. Win-win. And now, this case has been dropped in my lap, where I'm trying to find Roottrees. Right? Some of the hidden Roottrees. I don't think she would be against me discovering that she's a Roottree, but at the same time, if I do in fact discover that she's a Roottree, she would probably only get the trust money and not the lawyer money, which I don't know which pays more. I have no idea of relevance or relativity of pay. But there is a part of me that believes Ruby Spratt is part of the family, but also doesn't want people to know that she's a part of the family. Does that make sense? Or am I just diving too deep into conspiracy territory? Yeah, this is just about her pissing off her fellow students during the graduation ceremony. A lawsuit between Ruby and Piketty surrounding Cicely Sanchez. They said Cicely didn't have the rights to redistribute the photos of the magazine of Guy Hudson. Piketty apparently announced that they would be pulling their issue the following day, the moment Ruby threatened them. This caused the issue to sell even faster. Even people that would never have normally purchased it went out of their way to buy one just in case it would be worth something someday. It especially caught the eye of conspiracy theorists who assume that anything worth suing over would have to be hiding something. An expert legal analysis from News Time states that it was unlikely that Ruby could have had the story pulled if it had gone to court, and Piketty likely got more eyes on it than they would have if they had just ignored the story. Okay, cool, we got more eyes on it than ever before, but I still don't have photos of that story. You know? And she's from Portland. This is about her making the foster care fountain. She's not going to show up in any of these other three. What's the artist or the photographer's name? Val Lincoln. Interesting. So the photographer Val doesn't have a web presence. To be fair, this is late 90s. Not everybody had a web presence back then. So the only time Val ever shows up is there. But I mean, that's just for the dead end of the miracle tree. The problem is, like over here, I can't find any information. And the only thing under Bess's name here is that she died in a hurricane. And then she had, like, there's a library near her. They named the nonfiction section after her. But all I have is this, is the Miami Print Museum. One of the exhibits is in their courtyard, which features a fountain as well as a statue of an unknown author. That's Bess. Picture's been added to your evidence. Another is a printing press that was used by the Miami Sunday. Where was this? This was in Miami. I don't have... a Miami magazine for periodicals. I think if I could find something Miami related, it might help. You know? Perhaps. But I've got ads about to run. It has been 2 hours. We've been busy chatting and vibing. And take a quick break. Go to the bathroom. Enjoy the clips. Hopefully, they don't break stream tonight. A savvy savage. You know what I was born for? Born to drink whiskey. Loading up clips immediately put my CPU cores at 100% for some reason. So you get to listen to this music with an empty chair. Enjoy. Just don't do that? Yeah, I guess the I guess clips are off the table for a while. Like I said, I had to put in a new power supply today. Hopefully that fixes the restarts. But I might need to upgrade the CPU too, because apparently there's something happening there. That's crazy. Because it's just playing videos. It's effectively playing YouTube videos. How the fuck is it getting to 100%? It's insane. Alright. Put my earballs back on. Cuba by Cubans doesn't seem to be anything that helps me. Last time I streamed and you were here was because of the clip machine. Which is crazy because that's the first time that's ever happened. Yeah, usually it's just the PC restarts when I'm doing stuff. That was the first time I've ever seen that happen. So, clip machine's gone for a while, friends. All right. I don't know what to look for. Like, a lot of this is about Bess Williams, which is something. Okay. Elias and Gwyneth Roottrees were never really celebrities, but the general public's reception of them as classic faces associated with the Roottrees Candy Company has always been somewhat high regards. It was Elias's intention as a family man with his family brand. Since pieces, the Candy Company has placed much less of an emphasis on Elias as a historical brand connected figure, but there have also been those who have argued it was his right to decide how he split his inheritance, that he did nothing wrong. This led to some heated television exchanges and countless op-eds. Whoops. The first Anderson Maple Farm only used to be a popular tourist attraction during summers when it had special tours. However, it has since seen an explosion of off-season business as some religious and political groups decided to visit to show support for their traditional values and financial rights. This rise in support was in turn followed by pickets from gay rights activists, with some particularly inflammatory organizations made their pilgrimages. Amongst all this conflict, the farm has since shut down, seemingly indefinitely. The website says check back later. It has no date listed. Quote from Bess Williams' book appear to have been taken down. Cool. And how am I supposed to find information on Bess Williams? Family Man, The Roottrees Legacy by Bess Williams was a very poorly received book about Elias Roottree. Very few copies of the original, published in 1920. Recently republished by the same publishing company that printed Lauren's diary for schools. Seems they wished to capitalize on Roottrees mania. It did not work. I literally just copied the other thing. Nothing there. Still nothing there. Look, I know it's propaganda, but I'm hoping there's a kernel of a lead in the book, you know? Because I need to find information about Bess, but I literally cannot. Who's Reyna? Am I eating out of a fishbowl? No, it's a jar. It's got a top. It's got some cashews, some almonds, some dark chocolate bites. Pretty simple trail mix. Fishbowl. Yes.
Not.
I'm eating goldfish. But not the snack that smiles back. I don't know who Reyna is. The name's kind of familiar. Was it a Reyna Roottrees? Oh. Oh, the daughter of the original. The website you used to initially place Reyna, Rose, and Riley is still up. So instead of the cheery pink background with purple text, it's more traditional black on white background. The young webmaster has turned the site into a memorial for the sisters and their father. Seems like she did end up getting her ears pierced like Rose after all. Good for her. I don't even know which fish you're talking about. Can't see it in chat. I don't know what that is. I can't see that. That's too small. I literally cannot tell. So, Epic, to answer your question, unsure. Please call back later. It's a fish drinking from a soda can. Okay. Oh, I think I know exactly which it is. Yeah. See, this doesn't help me. I don't know how I'm supposed to find anything from Reyna. I mean, that's kind of the point, right? See, it's still just the Clancy Trust and Ruby Legal Enterprises. Like, I've looked at those pages a million fucking times now. What could I be? What am I missing? What about scholarship page? This is the scholarship page. The Roottrees Sisters Fashion Scholarship. Yeah, like that's just it. Those are the 3 daughters that were killed in the plane crash at the start of the game. And the family has decided to spend the money instead of giving the money to the daughters because they don't exist anymore. They've used that money to create 3 scholarships. Who wish to pursue a career in fashion. I'm kind of at a dead end and I don't know where to go. Can't find much about the company from before this year, though all the articles tell the same tale. After the fiasco of six pieces and the revelation that the Roottrees internal law group was complicit in such a cover-up, they hired outside counsel. The Ruby Legal Enterprise Group now seems to have ties to multiple aspects of the Roottrees Corporation, including the candy company and Root. They were recently in the news during the high-profile lawsuit against Sicily. I've looked up Sicily. I've looked up Root too. This just takes me back to the scholarship page. And this leads me to the fucking dead end of that Piketty magazine that's missing pages. Actually, hold on. Same shit. Yeah, we don't have it, but it's a collector's item. Cool. Can I go to fucking eBay, please? God dang. So all I have is this magazine about an evil fish. Fuck. And it's just circular logic here. It seems that Ruby actually approached the Roottrees sometime in late March, after the Roottree Rift, but well before Roottree Mania. This is what I was talking about. So, 5Ps came out. Felix Fellows came out and said, "I'm a secret Roottree," and everybody's like, "Yeah, bullshit." And then his DNA test proved it to be true. So there were a bunch of other people that were trying to do the same, you know, without the required DNA. But sometime between everybody tried to get a piece and Felix Fellows, Ruby's able to insert herself in the middle. Giggity. She offered to work for very little money, so long as she could be a public face to build her reputation. The family quickly jumped on this chance, as many family members often attempt to spend as little as possible to keep their shares of the Clancy Trust as high as possible. After looking over the Clancy Trust more carefully than anyone had in years, Ruby came to the conclusion that Clancy Edward Roottree's implementation was not legally sound, and that there would be constant legal challenges without some modifications. The family decided to put her in charge of the trust, both legally and as a public face, to prevent further issues. Her first move, as sort of a trial run before she was even hired permanently, was to help them draft a public statement accepting Sam into the family, which she was, and declaring that they'd begin to address the Clancy Trust. This went quite well, and they officially hired her in early April. And it's August now. Ruby Legal is now in charge of many financial aspects of the company, including verifying any claims of the trust and organizing the various charitable causes such as scholarships that have been set up in names of the deceased. Let me look up Clancy Trust. I already have. Maybe there's an updated page somewhere that I have not read. See, no, this is just for Ruby Legal Enterprises. Nothing else on this list should have anything. Maybe news time? still listed as Ruby Legal Enterprises at the top of the page. See, that's where I'm stuck. I've got to get one more set of people. One more set of 4 people. I am completely out of photos. And I don't know where to fucking start. The only, like, major lead I have is this bitch. Because I've tried searching Butler County Times for the other secretaries. Dude, I don't know what to fucking do. I'm just gonna be... I'm not gonna find anything tonight at all. I don't know if I think I'm hard stuck. There's something that I'm just missing and can't find to search for. And I have no fucking idea what it is. Like, this says there's 8 clues in here. Let me look up. Actually, let me look up Gwyneth. Who is it? It's Gwyneth Madsen. Nope. How about Gwyneth Cattrall? That's from part 1. See, there's something here with the private parties. Like, there's so much about Guy. that I need to find. But guy's a dead end at this point. Same with Elias. He had an illegitimate child. Potentially. Likely. With Bess Williams. And the only shit online about Bess Williams is the fact that she made a propaganda book about Elias and then died in a hurricane. That's her entire life story. She did two things. She fucked and she died. Human condition right there, let me tell you. Then there's this paragraph, of which I'm missing one. I missed a photo of Clark. Interesting. And of Chris. Double interesting. There's one fucking photo of this person somewhere on the internet here. I can't find it. And that photo, I'm pretty sure, was in the magazine that was shut down by Ruby. As far as the overseas trips, no fucking idea. I don't even know how to get started on trying to find that shit. The only thing I can do, which won't lead to anything, but at the very least it's worth a copy paste to prove it. There's a Brazilian politician. Then there's a section where Sam speculates Elias may have cheated on Gwyneth. It's true. Sam also used to say, also says her son once asked her who's Beth. Sam's son. Ernie Jr. didn't realize that his great grandmother, Gwyneth, had a speech impediment. So she kept saying Gweth, Gweth, or Beth, Beth. Who was trying to say Bess. Hence why I have that. But I don't know, man. I'm so lost. I truly am. I don't know where to get started anymore. I got names. The names aren't popping up anywhere for me when I search for them. I know there's a Brazil trip. I know there's a photo of Susan online somewhere. I know there's a photo of Christine somewhere online. pretty sure Ruby Sprat is holding them hostage. But I have no clue on how to get to Ruby Sprat. What am I looking for? I don't know. The problem is this specific chain, right? I don't know if this actually leads anywhere anymore. According to the list, no. Yeah, apparently I don't need this email anymore. Is there something about Anonymom then? Because Anonymom was proven to be false. Because within a week, the DNA proved that Anonymom's daughter could not be a Roottrees. Anonymom's affair does not appear on your tree. And so this whole Anonymom saga means fucking nothing to me. I don't care. 5 pieces done. Roottrees Mania, I think, was 3 people. Well, 3 major people, to my knowledge. I don't know what to do, man. How do I just look up swinger party? Do not take that out of context. Look it up by area. Like, and also, how do I look up these fucking Brazil, these overseas trips, man? Ugh. Alright, actually, I don't think I can continue stream, and not for any specific reason. I'm just, for some reason, hitting a wall mentally, and not for the game. I'm just fucking tired as shit, dude. I need to take a nap. And it's too late for me to take a nap and then jump back on. So I'm gonna take a nap. And then I'm probably gonna pop back, get back on my computer, and I don't know. Maybe do some more D&D nerd shit, who knows? Thank you for hanging out. You've been wonderful. I need to figure out. I mean, my stream didn't die. It's only been 2 3/4 hours. Not really long enough to have a full test stream. I might do a little bit more stress testing during the week. Probably not with this game, because I don't know what to do. I don't know if I can finish this game. I'll be playing this one in my own time, possibly. Probably have to look up some little nudges. I just don't... See, this is the shit. I don't want to look up nudges because the nudges aren't gonna be nudges. They're gonna be fucking answers. So I might not finish it because looking up nudges won't just be nudges. You know? Other than that, assuming my computer is in good state, the shit that I was gonna start this weekend, I will probably start next weekend instead. Big spooky plans, as long as the stream doesn't die. Based on what happened as soon as I hit clip mode, I might need to upgrade my CPU, which is crazy because my clip source hasn't changed, but suddenly I can't run clips anymore. Whatever. What the fuck ever. I'll have to check out the Discord for the clips app I use. Hey, if you guys got a clip app, drop it in the Discord. Drop it in the suggestions channel of the Discord. Thank you all for hanging out. I'm glad that the stream didn't die. We didn't really stream too long, but you know what? We did all right. I mean, shit. The quickest death was like 50 minutes. So at the very least, we beat that. Right? I'll have to look up what you use. Yeah, just check out the source and drop it in the suggestions channel. Mine had issues for a while, but it seems like they got them sorted out. The problem is suddenly it's forcing my CPU to hit 100% usage rate, which is not good. But what we shall do is we're gonna go raid Mr. Spud Muffin. We're gonna keep it simple. He's currently playing an indie game called Lost in Fantaland. So, we're just gonna say we came for the Fanta. Thank you all. You've been incredible. I'll catch you all very soon. I'm gonna try to get back into streaming a bit more. I know these past couple months have been rough as far as my schedule. It's been rough for me mentally. Trying to figure out what the fuck is wrong with my PC. And like I said, tonight it worked, and that's all I can ask for. Hopefully it will continue to work in the future. But you've all been great. Hopefully I'll catch you all soon. And if I stream during the week and have no issues, we can start the big stuff next weekend. I'll see you then.